The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R Covey, summarized by Bukola Odedeyi and voiced by Uyo Uyo. Living in the most populous black city is not a joke. Like other megacities, precious hours are wasted daily while stuck in traffic. Initially, it was suffocating for me. I just couldn't cope, but I survived eventually. How I did that? You see, months before I took the job that made me spend hours in traffic, I read The 7 Habits of Successful People. Dr. Covey taught a very simple technique about being ahead of situation. Decide upfront how you want your situation to turn out. To survive my time in traffic, I decided to make the experience fun and productive. I spent the commuting hours reading and listening to music and audiobooks. Not only did I escape the boredom of the traffic, I built myself with wisdom garnered from many authors. This is the first major point of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Draft how you want your life to be and then work to make it happen. In other words, be proactive. By the way, if this is your first time on our channel, welcome, and consider subscribing because we'll help you to read all the world's best books under 7 minutes. Let's move to the second lesson. There is nothing more common than great plans that never get put into action. You don't believe me? Check out your own life in the past 12 months. I caught you. See, it's entirely human to make plans and forget about them. So, how can you make sure that the draft you created see the light of day? Simple. Itemize each task needed to execute in order to achieve the main goal. I love cooking. Even if my dish has not won any cooking competition, I have not made anybody eating my food sick. Don't mind me. You know what? No matter how much effort I put into sourcing my ingredients, I needed to perform a very important task, a task that affects my entire plan. I needed to light the stove. In life's plan too, you have to identify the task that is important and will positively affect your entire schedule and then work on that task first. The second major lesson in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is identify what is the most important task. Identify what is the most important task for you and get them done. First thing every day. A story was told to me sometimes back. 2 goats were at either side of a narrow bridge. They needed to cross to the other side of the stream. The problem, however, is that the bridge cannot take 2 individuals at the same time. And well, being goats, they both insisted on crossing the bridge. Neither goat was willing to wait for the other. So, they each started to cross the bridge from their side of the stream. Well, you guessed what happened. The 2 goats met in the middle of the bridge and started to argue, each loudly bleating why it should go first. Stop wasting my precious time, you goat. I guess it's a bad thing to be called a goat. Other animals had gathered by then and other pedestrians were waiting to use the bridge and they were getting impatient. Finally, an old monkey spoke up. Goats, your attitude will never make a way. One of you should crouch and let the other goats cross over. And that was what they did. One of the goats crouched and the other stepped over it to pass. Within seconds, each goat was on its way. Everybody won. The silly goats, the old monkey, and the waiting animals. Most people believe that for them to win, other people must lose. That happens in football and war, not necessarily in the real world. The third major lesson in the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People is relate with others with a view to helping them and you. Let your approach in life be win-win. Do you know any friend who can talk hours and hours, dominating the conversation? One of the rarest skills in the world is the art of listening. Everybody just wants to have their say. I don't blame them though. People have baggages they just want to let out, or at least to be perceived as being smart. But I have learned that listening is an art, not just sitting quietly while the other person pours out his mind. Listening is about showing empathy, understanding what the other person is going through. The fourth major lesson in the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People is seek to understand people first before demanding to be understood. Listen, pay attention, show empathy. I know some people that return to the office before the expiration of their vacation. That isn't my style. How about you? Do you see the need to take time off to rest, or you choose to work all through the year? The last vacation was a time of healing for me. I had high plans for the period and I was not disappointed. I was free of the hustle, the dreaded traffic, early wake-ups and poor lunch. Gosh! More than that, it was a time to revisit my life plan that I drafted earlier. I checked to see if I was still on track and even added new goals to the plan. I watched the sun rise in the morning and soaked in its warmth hours later on the beach. I was live in Russia to watch the World Cup matches live. High five! I raised my right palm and clapped for Ronaldo as he sauntered by. He had just netted 3 goals that sent the Egyptians back to Africa. Talk of a wonder guy. I was very impressed. I was renewed. I felt like I could take on the whole world alone. Sweetheart, hubby shook me again. Are you not going to work today? The alarm had gone off thrice now. I tried to but couldn't get up. I was tired and disappointed. Oh, it was all a dream. The dream must have been my body calling for rest. The 5th lesson in the 7 habits of highly successful people is take time off work to renew yourself. Now, let's discuss. What lessons do you think I missed in this book? What points would you like to add? Which other good books would you like our team to summarize next? We love to receive your comments. If you love this summary, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. And if you've not subscribed to our channel, subscribe now and turn on the notification because we'll help you to read all the best books in the world within 7 minutes. You can look at the description box to download my free business book, which I call the 13 Secrets School Did Not Teach You About How to Be Rich. And look at the screen now to click the next video we recommend for you. We love you.